Maine Potato Board Porter Farm, which is located in Masardis. The facility's been here since 1946. Maine seed growers back then decided that they needed to have a facility that was going to enable them to have early generation seed potatoes provided to them locally, and they invested in this facility in 1946, and it's when it started. Today the facility runs much like it did back in 1946, where they have tissue culture material, goes through a greenhouse production and into field production for year 1, 2, and 3 seed that's sold mainly to Maine seed growers. The business has changed over the years as varieties come and varieties go, but the bulk of the business is for the major varieties grown in Maine. Some varieties are grown for some of our organic growers, which are smaller volumes. Some sold as mini tubers and some sold as field grown also. The facility, when it was established and when the Maine Seed Potato Board was created, it was underneath the Maine Department of Agriculture, which it remained there from 1946 until 2010. And in 2009, due to budget constraints and some ongoing issues in trying to run a farm under state government, the state legislature introduced legislation that moved the operations and oversight from the Maine Department of Agriculture to the Maine Potato Board. So in January of 2010, the Maine Potato Board became responsible for the operations and oversight of the facility. The Maine Seed Potato Board and its structures still exists today, but now that is under the Potato Board. The biggest reason for doing that is you needed to get management closer to the facility rather than the state capital 180 miles away. It needed to be closer, which it is now. And also the ability to run it more like a business. It was very difficult to operate under state government with the restraints that are there, and for the last 3 crops in the last 2 years, we've been able to run it more like a business, and we've invested a substantial amount of money into the facility in new greenhouses, or in a new greenhouse, and also in repairs to buildings and equipment that hadn't been done for a number of years. And it's really starting, I think, to prove itself to be the right decision, in that we've been able to build some of our business back that we had lost. When we took the farm over, there was 54 acres grown here of early generation seed. In 2 years, we're now up to about 75 acres of early generation seed, and I think we can probably in another year we'll see some more growth onto that. It needed to happen to have a substantial volume enough to be able to sustain the operation, and I think it's showing that the industry growers in Maine have been very supportive and looking for that sound, good quality seed source that we can provide. What we do is the same. How we do it has changed drastically. It's changed just like growers have changed in how they've done, raised their crop 46 to today we have here. In the last 3 years, we've changed from not having any soil in our greenhouses. We go to, it's all a hydroponic system now. That was put in place 3 years ago with a new greenhouse. It was a learning process, and now that we've got 3 years behind us, I think we've got it down to a pretty good science. But it was enabling us to have better production, more quality, better quality, and have being able to propagate material faster to get it out to commercial growers. So that was the biggest change, I guess, technology on the farm. And like I said, it was a learning curve, but we've got to the point now where we've got a pretty good handle on it, so that we're running 2 greenhouses that we're pretty much at capacity, and we think there's some potential for further growth there. But like with any good business plan, you kind of got to make sure the business is there and you can do it before we make that additional investment.